I just saw Nope and I'm going to talk about it. But in order to do that, we have to talk about Jordan Peele's 2 previous movies, Get Out and Us. I'm going to be dishing out major spoilers, so here is your warning up front. Get Out was okay. The social commentary is so obvious and on the nose, but it's done in such a comedic and cheeky way that it still works. Themes such as jealousy and control, fetishizing, gaslighting, justice and revenge. All of this is very obvious and sometimes painfully so. Yes, it is very strange how obsessed our culture is with the physical bodies of black men. The black body is the monstrous. It is that which is to be feared and yet desired, sought out in forbidden sexual adventures and fantasies. It is constructed as a source of white despair and anguish, an anomaly of nature, the essence of vulgarity and immorality, deemed the quintessential object of the ethnographic gaze, the strange, exotic, and fascinating. Get Out still has some cultural influence with its imagery and memes. Sunken Place. I would have voted for Obama a 3rd time, but the movie has almost no rewatchability. Get Out definitely takes on a new feeling for the second watch, but after that it loses most of its charm. Some situations are only creepy because we don't understand what's going on, and once everything is revealed, the eeriness is gone. With the social commentary being so on the nose, there's really no reason to see it again. There's very little hidden in the background, there's very little subtle meaning. There might be things you notice on the second viewing, but that's about it. We can easily compare Get Out to The Sixth Sense. Just like Jordan Peele, this was Shyamalan's first movie, and I can easily sit down and enjoy The Sixth Sense because it's much better crafted film. The dynamic between all the characters is great. There are so many themes and ideas it is working into a story about ghosts. I can sit down and enjoy many individual scenes from it while completely knowing the twist at the end. One of the first scares in the movie is the kitchen scene. It's so simple and effective. Shyamalan, what happened? Us is not that good. It's a movie that came and went. The social commentary is still fairly on the nose, but a lot more clumsy this time. There's no real goal for the main characters. They're just trying to survive. Instead of focusing almost exclusively on race, now Jordan Peele is working around themes of race and class and identity and revolution and a kind of messiah figure. Lupita Nyong'o's performance is still great. She plays essentially an evil twin version of herself. Tim Heidecker is pretty good in the movie until he isn't. The film does have a tremendous amount of plot holes and unnecessary details. It's an allegory for the underclass, and that's fine. If too many people slip through the cracks of society, they might just bring the whole thing down. That makes a lot of sense. But there's a twist ending where the main character was actually the evil twin all along. She switched places with the original lady when she was just a girl. The evil twins, who live underground, exactly mirror the people above. So why did the original lady start copying and mirroring her evil twin? If she was the normal person, why doesn't she remember being kidnapped? She gave a whole speech about her life down there. Why doesn't she say, "Remember when you kidnapped me and switched places with me?" When the twist evil twin lady goes down into the tunnels, she should not be shocked by them because she was originally down there. It was a decent movie, but the more you think about it, things start to fall apart. I actually enjoyed this film. The beginning of the movie has a great hook with a nickel being shot down from the sky and wrecking some havoc. There's a UFO in the sky, but not exactly. It's a very beautiful film. There's a really cheap quality about Get Out, but Nope looks gorgeous. Someone obviously spent a lot of time thinking about how to get the most out of the desert. The night shots are gorgeous. The landscape is used so well. There's only a handful of characters in the movie, so the desolate landscape makes the story feel so isolated and vulnerable. One of the problems of Get Out and Us is that our main characters seem to have nothing they're trying to accomplish. In Nope, however, OJ and his sister Emerald have a real objective to get the monster on film. We are actually rooting for them to succeed as well as to survive. Like Peele's earlier films, Nope is still swimming around a lot of social messages, but this time the messaging is a bit more subtle and actually works within the story. After the movie is over, you can still take some time to think about the choices that were made and what it might be saying. Dealing with themes of fame and glory, how shallow that pursuit is and how easily it can ruin someone's life, identity and respect, not only of people but animals and also a giant flying saucer monster. It's a good take on the UFO genre. It's not the same story where you finally meet the little people with big eyes at the end of the film. It's not a metal craft, it's a giant creature. And like any beast that we're used to, the monster should also be respected and understood. It's not something to be controlled or dominated. The pathway to that message is the horse. OJ makes a real effort to respect and work with his horses, something that other people don't. These kinds of themes are much more subtle and interesting than almost anything we get in Get Out. With that being said, by the end of the film, that messaging is completely ruined though. Why would they just kill it? Why do they just kill it? The movie deals with the way that people fail to understand the true nature of what is around them.
You don't invade on their territory. I don't know, to me it was the ultimate of disrespecting the bear and what the bear represents.
The film crew does not see OJ and his sister as individuals, just caricatures. Emerald even does an exaggerated performance to put everyone at ease. She has to make herself into a caricature to get by. The crew does not respect the nature of the horse, so it attacks people. The sitcom, shown in flashbacks, does not try to understand the chimp, so it attacks people. The goal here is to try and understand the monster, to figure out its rules, and then try to tame it, or to work within its own nature. But at the end, they just murder it and are really happy about it. Whatever social commentary about trying to respect the world of others is completely dissolved when your plan then switches from respecting and understanding to just pulling a Jaws and blowing it out of the sky. The other theme is about everyone fighting and starving for the perfect shot. That kind of pursuit ends up killing you in the process. Fame is a cold, cold mistress. Their disciplined cameraman even gets seduced at the end, trying to get the perfect shot of the monster, and that ends in disaster. But they still get the money shot at the end though. So it looks like both of the main lessons built up throughout the movie are kind of abandoned by the end. Overall, this one gets a 6 out of 10. Yeah, go see it if you want to. But it's not bad.